10 and electronics here. Today we're going to be talking about something we haven't done a video on in quite a while, but this is the Lexus SC. We're going to do the full climate removal, ECU removal, and then cluster removal if your steering wheel motor is broken. So there's no way to get the cluster out of here unless this wheel moves down. So we'll cover all three of these in kind of an updated 2025 video. So first step with the ECU, you want to pull this carpet back and you will see nothing. Well, the ECU is under this plastic panel and there's two 10mm nuts on each side. Okay, we have those two nuts removed. So now you just pull up on the plastic tray or cover. Move right out of the way. Okay, there we go. And here you will find the ECU. So it looks like this one was rebuilt at some point by somebody. Oops, the nut is actually loose. You can see it kind of wobbles around in there. So that's something. Yeah, so see the nut doesn't go any tighter, but this is something, if you're removing parts, putting them back in, be aware of what you're doing, otherwise that could rattle in the future. So there's this one here. Let me pull this out, and then we'll have access to the wiring because there's another 10mm right here that we'll need to get out. Alright, so we have the ECU loose, and now we need to work on this. You can use a flathead too on this one, it just doesn't matter, but 10mm, just loosen this screw or bolt or whatever and it'll separate the harness from the ECU. Sometimes you have to pull it at the same time, like so. Kind of work it off there, and eventually come off, but I might need two hands. Okay, so this is off. Make sure to keep these yellow spacers with your harness. They don't go in the ECU. And then this last one just has a push, and then you pull it off. And that's it. The ECU is free. Now, let's move on to the climate control. Now the climate control, depending upon how nasty all this stuff is, it's really just a bunch of Phillips head screws. So first thing you want to do is remove this cup holder. It just pops out of here. Then you should have two screws. One is missing over here. There's your second one. Okay, so you see it's kind of loose. So next what we need to do is push this down like so. It's going to expose two more screws that'll remove the shift lever. So this car is a junk car, so that's why it's so dirty. And oops, that broke. Don't do that on yours. Okay, that comes off. Next step, this trim comes off, and you have more screws underneath. But first, you must disconnect the switches, which may or may not be hard one-handed. Well, we'll just leave that one. Here you can see there's actually two bulbs in here. So these are for your shift indicator, gear indicator. So there's bulbs in there. And I think there's a bulb. There has to be a bulb in this thing. The power button. I haven't taken one of those apart in a while. You get the idea. So here's your power button. It does have two little bulbs inside of there. You just have to disassemble it down. And these blue things are little bulb caps, and there's bulbs under there. So if your power button is not working, that's why. Okay, so there should be a screw here that's missing. Then there should be a screw here that's missing. Then we have two screws on top. don't seem correct. I'm assuming because when they put this in, they didn't put it back together correctly. Alright, so now we get some more movement on this. You'll see things start to move. Now we're just connected on the wiring from these buttons, and then this whole assembly will come out of here. So I'm going to disconnect those. Okay, the wiring disconnected, this falls out of the way, and you can see on these DIY jobs, like, people are typically only concerned with getting the stereo in and functioning. You know, whether it's secured or not, or anything's put back original, does not matter. So, unfortunately, that's just how it is. Now, to get the climate control off, there's going to be 2 screws on each side. So there's 1, 2, and then we'll flip it around. Do the same thing on this side. If I can get the screw like that. Okay. Now you'll notice there's an ear here. There's a missing ear here. Well, after so many years, eventually these tend to break off, and oh, this one's broken too right here already. The only thing those do is kind of align or just hold the climate in these 2 holes left and right. It doesn't actually affect the how it's secured in here or how it fits in the end. It's just really like an alignment thing. So a lot of these that we do sell are not going to have these because of this exact situation. Unfortunately, you know, we can't buy these housings and we can't like make new ears, so that's kind of what we're stuck with. Now on the connectors, same thing as everything else. They've got like a little push pin, and I'll get those out. And with the connectors disconnected, that's one climate control. Make sure you use the right year, because 92, 94, 95, 96, and the 97 up all use different climate controls. If you put the wrong one in, you may only have certain blower speeds or only one speed. So that's important to get the correct part number for your year. And now on to the biggest problem, the steering wheel that is in the full up and in position. So first step I like to do on these is take off this lower plastic, whatever you want to call it, trim piece, protector. So I'm going to get these 3 out and then pull this part out. Okay, now this thing comes out. This has the OBD port on it and the light. Now, once that's out, we're going to have some more screws to do. So there's going to be one here, Phillips head, and then one over there, Phillips head, and that'll start to loosen this bottom panel. Alright, once you've loosened those 2, now you can move on to this trim piece, which pops out, and it'll expose another screw. Right there. And same thing on this side. I believe under here there's another screw. So here's the issue. On LS's there is actually a screw here, but on the SC there is not. It's just kind of pushed in. But you can't fold this over, otherwise you're going to crease this. So really what you have to do is kind of loosen the entire center console in order to lift this piece to get this plastic out of here, if that makes sense, because this plastic has to pop out, because we need to remove this whole lower trim panel. Okay, you see I have this loose now. There's, you know, tab here, and then actually 2 tabs over here, and then I don't know where this screw went, but that broke. I don't know how you're supposed to access the screw from behind. What was that? Is it the key ring thing? I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how you're supposed to get that off, because the screw is like behind the panel. Okay. Well, anyways, Now we need to take this metal crash plate or whatever bar off. So there's a 10 here, 10 here, and I think there's a couple 10s in the bottom. So let me get that off. Alright, so that panel will drop down. Now you have access to more of what you need in here. I'm just going to cut that, get that out of the way. So now this duct has to come out of here. Moral of the story, don't let your steering wheel die in this position. And next, you'll see this 14mm bolt or nut right here. So you want to loosen that. And then there's another one on the other side. Bear with me. Right here. Nope, that's not it. I think it's under this panel. So you'll probably have to remove this panel too. That was interesting. Let me remove. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here's your second nut right there. So again, 14mm. Once you loosen those, the whole steering column is going to drop down, and that'll give us free access to the gauge cluster. 14mm nuts are out. Now look at this. This whole column can come down pretty much as far as you need it. So you get the cluster out. And one thing I want to show you here, if the lighting cooperates, there's two little covers. There's one right here. Be very careful. Like use a pick or something to pop that off. You're going to want to keep these because they complete the look of your interior. I'll show you what one looks like here. This is just basically the screw cover, and we do sell these. They're not available new anymore, but they are on our site, so if you need these, oops, find them on our site. Okay, now at this point you can remove your lower trim panel here with the odometer buttons and everything. So it comes out. Oops. It's definitely a two-handed job. Don't use screwdrivers either. Use actual trim removal tools so you don't damage everything, but there's little clips on both sides. Now at this point there's 4 screws left. There's a short stubby you're going to need for the top ones. There we go. There's one. And here comes 2. And then there's 2 on the bottom left and right corner. So, and then down here we've got one. And down here we've got one. Like so. Same thing, use a nice trim, well sometimes you don't have to, it just pops out like that. And that's it. Cluster's out. Now we can take the plugs out from behind and slide this straight out. And that's it. Gauge cluster's out. Congratulations, you just saved yourself probably $300 or more in labor at the dealer. We've seen dealers charge $150, $200 just to remove this on LS, which is even easier. So, congratulations. Thanks for watching. Please comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you receive alerts on our new videos. And if you have any questions, comments, or critiques, let us know. Thanks for watching.